Tim, they got to turn these lights off. Coach Carl Massey, I am the OG in the room. Got my man by 1 year. This is my 39th year coaching basketball on all levels. I've never missed a season coaching basketball. So whether it was middle school, JV, varsity, college, and it's, believe it or not, a sport that probably was my favorite because I never made a varsity team. So all you guys that play high school basketball, congratulations. And what you're doing here in Savannah, as the other OG said, Savannah's a basketball town, and that's what it's all about. I'm back to my roots, 1983, first year coaching, girls basketball. And Jamie Salas has done a good job with this program. The girls are very talkative, very fundamentally sound, and it's been a pleasure coming in. But like everybody else is saying, Trey, flag football, softball, volleyball. I have not seen a full team until Monday. Monday's the first time I had 14 girls in practice. I've been seeing 5, being 6, 8, 9. Couldn't scrimmage 5-on-5, so we did a lot of 4-on-4, 3-on-3. So it's been tough. And we opened up against a pretty good team Monday night against Richmond Hill. The two girls to my sides, and I'm going to say this, and I mean it, probably two of the best athletes, whether it's female or male, I've ever coached. I've coached Devon flag football, softball. It's going to be an honor and a privilege to coach Veronica Sears here. I mean, 22 points a game, 17 rebounds a game. She averaged almost a double-double every game last year. Watching her grow as a freshman, watching her in middle school. And I'm privileged to get to coach her. Devon, softball, unbelievable. Flag football, second team last year. This year she decided not to do flag football. They're both Division I players. So I can go to Syracuse to play volleyball. So I can play softball at ECU, East Carolina U. So that tells you a lot about these young ladies. Now, ladies, this is your show because this is your team. I mean, first year coming back to girls basketball. Anything you want to say about your team this year?
So we're a predominantly like senior team this year. So as seniors, me and Veronica are trying to push the freshmen to be a little bit more aggressive on the court. They're coming from middle school, so they're not too much aggressive on the court. We're just trying to push them to be aggressive and hustle everywhere. We're just trying to keep that same standards that Coach Salas kept us to our past 3 years. And coming in, we're just gonna have to make sure that we're preparing them for the next year because we are losing 6 seniors next year. So it's gonna be a predominantly young team next year. So pushing them to the standards that we've been pushed through our 4 years is just a big part of what we are trying to do this year.
I'm just excited. It's our senior season, woohoo! And so, adding on to what Devin said, we are predominantly a senior team, and we're just excited for the last season. And we might have lost, so we lost one of our main players, Hannah Summerall, last year. She averaged probably like 10 points last year. And so we have a lot of freshmen coming up and coming in. And we lost our coach, but we have the legend with us now. So we're excited to play.
You knew you were going to throw that legend in there. So, and you know, it's not me, it's them. This is all about them, and that's my outlook this year. Yes, of course, goals. All right, goals is first step is to win the region. Second step is to get to the playoffs. Hopefully get 2 or 3 rounds. You never know what can happen. Very young team, 6 seniors, but 3 of those seniors will be starters, okay? The rest are sophomores and freshmen. Not many juniors on the squad. That's my outlook. Goal for these 2 young ladies, let's take it one step at a time, win each game one step at a time. We're not looking to the end product coming February. Hopefully with all the practices and games we're going to get, we'll gel to be playing in February, as Coach Chuck Campbell said. That's our goal right now. So, any questions? We'll take them.
Coach, what?
Hold on.
Well, you heard this from all the coaches, and Coach Jordan, Coach Lenny, defense. Coach Chuck, defense. That's going to be our strength. And believe it or not, I've coached with a shot clock. Back in New York, the girls and the boys had a shot clock way back in the 80s and 90s. So the shot clock is nothing new. So I have a little, I think I have a little advantage of knowing how to use the shot clock, how to, run my defense with the shot clock. Then, of course, I mean, what can you say about these two young ladies? I mean, they're coming in established on offense, they work well together. I mean, they don't even have to talk on the court. Each other, is, and it's going to make it a lot easier. But my philosophy, offense will win you games, but defense wins you championships.
What brought you to the point where you wanted to change from the boys back to the girls? Was that just because of your roots, or what was that about?
It wasn't the roots. It's that when Coach Salas came and he was undecided what he was going to do, and then he made the decision. Family situation changed. Married, family. Couldn't get there early enough for practice. Parent pressure from the girls always practicing late till 7:30, 8 o'clock sometimes. The parents wanted the practice earlier, so it opened up. And then, of course, when it opened up, Mr. Butler and Mr. Guilford came to me and said, well, we're going to need a boys coach. And, I was following Coach Stovell on the internet with all his camps and stuff he was doing with the kids. And then he applied for an English job that opened up. I gave Mr. Butler and Mr. Guilford a recommendation that I felt that it'd be no problem me stepping over to the girls and Coach coming in and doing the boys. That's the reason why it happened.
Coach, look into February. I think 2 years ago, a devastating loss in the region championship to Jenkins. Last year, a devastating loss, to say the least, in the region championship to New Hampstead. And maybe this isn't a question for you, but more for the ladies because they've been a part of it. How are you getting it done this year?
I think we just work harder in practices and have we want to win mindset. I think we'll be fine. And I mean, last year it was a heated game, and because it just came out on top. And so if you were there, you were there. It was very heated, so it was a good game.
Oh, I was there.
Like she said, just working, having that I want to win mindset, having that vengeance, we want to win, we should have won, but stuff happens and we just got to come back better, come back with the mindset that this is our game and we're gonna come and do it this year.
As from a coaching standpoint, I'm not worried about playing New Hampstead now. I'm worried about New Hampstead when I play New Hampstead. I know Trey since he's been crawling. He's a good coach. He's energetic. He's competitive. He's doing a great job over there with the basketball and flag football. But we'll worry about New Hampstead when we get to New Hampstead. We'll worry about whoever we're playing when we get there, just like Burke and Wayne County. Wayne County, perennial state championship team. Burke County, always aggressive. So my philosophy is one game at a time. I'm going to look at my opponent who's next on the list, and that's what we get ready for. And we're not going to talk about what happened last year, the year before. And they told you right there, the better team won that night. So that's how it's going to go for me and how I'm going to try to transpose it onto these young ladies. Anything else?
Coach.
Yes.
This one's for your players. You guys have gotten a lot of state recognition, also national recognition in different sports. But how has your experience in these other sports kind of prepared you for this upcoming season?
So going in front of Florida Forest softball has put a lot of push through me because we went into the season where we just want to play to play. We didn't have a lot of expectations for that season, but we just kept winning and kept going, and we just ended up making the Final Four, which I was very excited for. So I'm just really hoping for the same thing for basketball. Just taking it one step at a time, one game at a time, because at the end of every softball game, it came down to that last inning, and it's going to come down to that last second for every basketball game. So just making sure that we're playing to the end and playing to that last buzzer is just very important for everybody.
Yeah, adding on to that, during volleyball games, we were very dominant in volleyball, and so we would win most of our games. And so bringing that into basketball season, I want to be better than the volleyball team was, if that makes any sense. I want to be as good as they were.
One step better. That's what you want to do.
Yes.
There you go. Other than that, as always, go Sharks.
Thank you, Coach Demasi. Next we'll have Coach Reginald Stovall.